To begin with some breaking news for our Sunrise Smart Start, a major police investigation happening right now in Rochester. As we're told, just around 1 a.m. this morning, Rochester PD attempted a traffic stop on a suspicious vehicle around Maplewood Drive. Now, turning to other breaking headlines here, RPD says that calls came in for a man shot around 11. He's still currently in critical condition. They found the man at the scene with at least one gunshot wound, and he was rushed to the hospital in that serious condition, expected to survive. Now, circumstances here leading up to the shooting are still a bit unclear. The man in his 30s still injured, so again, we will be watching that very closely as the situation continues. For now, we'll keep you updated on that story as things develop. Now, just 30 minutes prior to this shooting, another man in his 30s arrived to the hospital with at least one stab wound. He is expected to be okay. Officers say they believe this happened on Burlington Avenue, and they have no suspects to name here. Now, they also move on to another breaking story here. A family of 4, luckily safe after their home was shot into multiple times. Rochester police say they were called to Sherwood Avenue for reports of gunfire in the area just around 9:40 last night. That is where they found evidence. Several shots had been fired into the home. 2 adults and children inside were luckily not hurt. No suspects similarly in custody here. But if you think you know anything about any of these incidents, you're asked to please come forward and call 911. Now, we are looking to learn more about this rollover crash that happened last night in Pittsford. Our News 8 crew got to the scene around 9:30. Jefferson and Clover. Now you can see this white vehicle flipped over onto its side, surrounded by Pittsford firefighters and Monroe County Sheriff's deputies. It is unclear if anyone was hurt or how many people might have been involved, but of course News 8 will stay on top of this story, and as things develop, we'll update you online at rochesterfirst.com. A man is fighting for his life in the hospital after crashing his motorcycle into a car at the intersection of Lyle Avenue and Glide Street. This happened just around 5 yesterday afternoon. An RPD officer says that he witnessed the Yamaha motorcycle passing cars on the shoulder of the road, adding that it was going very fast in the bike lane. When that motorcycle entered the intersection, it crashed into a car that was attempting to make a turn. The officer immediately blocked off traffic and helped out that 35-year-old man from the town of Greece. He was rushed to the hospital with life-threatening injuries, but no charges have been announced or filed. Well, new information this morning as hundreds of folks in Farmington raising their voices here, saying that the intersection of State Route 332 and 96 is unsafe. They say there have been a slew of accidents here, including the one Monday that tragically led to a woman's death. Ron Spitzer learning more about why the locals call this particularly dangerous of an area and authorities how they want them to solve the problem. She joins us now live at that intersection in Farmington. Ron.
Yeah, Michaela, that accident on Monday, state police say a 61-year-old woman riding her e-bike was trying to change lanes to the northbound side when she was hit by a Honda Civic here on this road 332, and that unfortunately led to her death. Now, neighbors saying that this is not new, particularly concerned about this left turn onto 96 because there have been a slew of accidents. Again, this is not the first time. Take a look at this security footage from Don Bombase, who owns a liquor store right here on this intersection. He says people misjudge the time they have to make that left turn quite a bit, which leads to crashes. He says there are potentially simple fixes like putting a left arrow turn signal to direct traffic and or reducing the speed limit. Bombase started a petition earlier this month to get decision makers to act. There are already over 800 signatures.
Every time we look out in the window and see flashing red lights, and they're not Christmas lights, they're first responders, it's a concern. The people that shop here are residents of Farmington, and I'm very concerned about the people that live here and shop here and patronize my business, as well as the well-being of the community. I drive through the intersection as well.
Farmington Town Supervisor Peter Inglesby says these are state roads, so the town doesn't have control. He says residents can voice their thoughts and concerns at town board meetings. During our interview, I asked why not work with police to better monitor the intersection.
Kind of impractical because there's limited troopers and limited road patrol deputies out there. We do contract with Ontario County Sheriffs for extra help, mostly retired deputies that do speed enforcement and other things here on the town roads and the county roads, but not for the state roads.
In a news statement to News 8, the Department of Transportation says in part, quote, New York State DOT is in the process of implementing enhancements along State Route 332 and in the vicinity of this intersection, including upgrading signals to increase visibility. Now, the DOT further said that they cannot comment on Monday's crash because that is still under investigation. Now, to read that full statement, you can check out our website, rochesterfirst.com, or catch us on air later today at News 8's First at 4. For now, reporting from Farmington, Oran Spitzer, News 8.
All right, thank you so much, Oran. Further in our Sunrise traffic report, we're taking a wider look at our west side. The Greater Rock Sky Eye camera shows things are picking up, but there's no major accidents here to report. Well, let's go inside the Buffalo huddle now. Matt Milano made his triumphant return to Bills practice. Now, albeit with what did look like a big brace right there on his injured left arm and a red no-contact jersey. Milano will not play this week, but he might after the bye, which the Bills say they know exactly what that could mean for
the impact is immediate. You know, the presence is immediate. His voice, his aura is immediate. And in the football world, it's felt. He's one of my closest friends on the team, so just having him around is huge for us. Like, he's helping Dorian, he's helping TB, the linebackers, just get stuff done, and like being a coach out there. So it's just huge to have a guy like that, and I'm so excited to watch him play again.
All right, 4 o'clock kickoff. We'll be watching that closely for Sunday. And Leanne, no rain in the lead up.
Nope. And it's actually going to be pretty mild out there, too. Temperatures in the 50s. Going to be a pretty mild week overall. I mean, temperatures still in the 50s. And then the return, or the potential return, of that certain S word at the end of the week. Big question mark.
Big question mark. A lot can happen between now and then. But thank you, Leanne, for that report. Thank you for watching News 8 at Sunrise. And have a wonderful day.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on rochesterfirst.com, Facebook, X, and on our app for news and weather.